matchups always elevate the pressure. The heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense. Particularly, that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see the number 16 team in the country, the Baylor Bears, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Bears will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Daniels. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Tight end now in motion. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. He's got the back in the middle. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
I know that was 3rd down, and I know the quarterback's trying to be careful. You don't want to be too greedy, but he had guys open downfield. I think if he had been a little bit more patient and been a little bit more willing to let the play develop, I think he could have converted that with a throw vertically down the field. Instead, he got lazy, checked it down to his running back, and now they're setting up 4th down.
The play fake on 1st down to throw. Finds his man. It's King. There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him, get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
The Bears with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Lanning. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Run in the red zone, it's King. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. You know what I really like like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Well, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. They want to run this quarterback. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it first and goal.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Baylor!
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's West. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got all the room. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that in the end zone, making a huge play.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football. Now they face third down.
Oftentimes defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. He's got an open man. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Looking to throw again. A strike downfield. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, and now the defense is really on its heels. They'll try the run. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease.
Beck's going for the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Bears!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. The returner will field it and try to do some business. The coverage team maintained his discipline, not much doing on that return. This drive will open from the 15. This is a designed run. He has the first and still on his feet. He's all the way across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41 in the running game, getting it done. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Back to pass, it's Mung. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Slithers into space. He's loose. The tip, touchdown Gator. Once he got some room, it was over.
And I like this offense not panicking, executing on this drive, and driving down the field and tying this football game up. I love the no panic, just stay chill, and now we got ourselves a football game.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point is good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Mountain West. Oklahoma State is just boat racing them right now, thanks to an offense that's putting up video game numbers. They're up by 17 over Fresno State. The moment something changes in this Mountain West fight, you will hear about it here. Back to you guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
And the Bears now with a long to go up top. Grabbed in the backfield. It's King. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Bears want to crank the tempo. Grabbed behind the line. It's King. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. And here comes the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They even things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to throw. It's Mung. Pulls it in. It's Wilson. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
The Gators are moving quickly down the field. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, running back on the move. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. The Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Quarterback making checks. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And sometimes the quarterback grabs the football so quick and tries to get out of his hand, rushes it a little bit on these quick throws. Sometimes they don't even grab the laces, and you could tell he just grabbed it, threw it a little bit too quick, and missed behind the wide receiver.
Looking for a man. It's Mung. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Going right to work up top. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Back open in the middle. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Bears are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. The give to the back. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Bears will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team.
Runs out of bounds.
Leaves it with the running back.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Scanning the field, it's Mung. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Quarterback may change this route. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He's got it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. They'll immediately call timeout. After that big play, they're trying to pay it off right on the goal line.
Music note! Music note!
Slams it ahead. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Back to throw, time running short in the half. Quick screen to the speedster out line. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get to the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. Zips it out to his man. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. And the Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw again. Bringing the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Here's the handoff. Turning it on!
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The Bears lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll run the sneak for it. And he just needed a few inches, and the defense was surly and nasty and said, no, sirree. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. This quarterback part of their running game. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They needed less than a yard, didn't hesitate, didn't think about the field goal. Probably a little long for that, but they get the first down.
And now that you've got it in a fresh set of downs, look at where they are in the field. They're sort of in that fringe area. They're all...
It's a seam wide open. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
From the gun, to give, looking for room. He'll step out of bounds at about the 11. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking for room, it's King. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year.
Touchdown, Baylor! They take the lead with the 6.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Daniels. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Running back searching for a hole. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Gage. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Looking downfield. It's Mung. Snagged in the middle. It's Wilson. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
When you play zone coverage, and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. Third down in inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
Rolls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. On the move. That's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. A designed run for the quarterback. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, but he just decided to take off.
They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. The give to the back. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. That's the end of the period. Baylor is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. They'll go with a direct snap. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Yeah, and there's a lot of pressure right now on this down if you're on offense because your last 2 plays have gone nowhere. You know the defense just needs to get the football back to give their team an opportunity to go win the game, so you're probably going to have to throw to get this first down. A lot of pressure here on the quarterback there.
Yeah, and how I throw, I think, is important. This is a time where I love moving my quarterback outside the pocket, making it an easy throw, or let him run the football, and if he doesn't get it, the clock still ticks. It's still my friend.
Man, it's so nice to have a QB that can do that can run and make plays when you need it. Late in the football game, trying to run this clock out, preserve the win. He picks up the big first down and keeps the clock moving.
Finding an escape route. Turning on the Jets. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bears! Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
You know, good teams just know how to close games out. And you're seeing that right now with this team, right? Your defense just had a massive takeaway. The offense able to capitalize on that with a touchdown, so they padded their lead. And this just speaks to, I think, the experience in the locker room and also the playmakers they have. This game is starting to feel like a blowout.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
The Gators will hustle to the line.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on first down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these first downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much...
Oh, he's got some space. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
This one's complete. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route. Then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
The Gators will have it 1st and 10. Sends it back in motion. They just keep firing. Throws to the wideout. Touchdown, Florida! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. So much about the passing game is about timing, execution, communication, and these two, that's a virtual textbook there.
No doubt about it. And the receiver making plays for his quarterback, being dependable, running the route to the right depth consistently. Does a great job running this route. Great result because of it.
Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming.
Here we go. Set.
to the air. It's Mung. He makes his way in for the 2, and now they trail by only 6. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
And man, is it nice just to have this guy right here. Like, give him the football, and they're going to give it to him early, and they're going to give it to him often. And a lot of times we see, man, late in the games, just like right here, he makes those big plays, wears down the defenses, and he is a handful late.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. To the ground. He's got it again. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Bears trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. He makes the catch. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move.
That play is going to drive the head coach absolutely crazy. You've got the lead. Why are you going out of bounds? Just get down and lead the clock. The clock right now is your friend.
Using his legs, it's King. There he goes. Picks up the 1st down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Baylor! They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21.
Banner.
One back in the backfield, he gets to carry. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to throw, it's Mung. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds.
That's just not going to get it done, David. At this point of the game, you're trailing. You've got to pick up the urgency, and this offense is going to have to get more aggressive throwing downfield.
They're going to have to take shots, but I know that, right? The defense knows that. I'm going to stay deep, and I'm going to let you complete all these passes underneath because the clock running is my friend.
Oh, the hoop dream! Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Converts on fourth down, still going. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. Couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.